I know you are afraid, a lot of people are. They are afraid of buying an expensive steak, and I do understand why, because if you put a lot of money on it and you don't know how to cook it, then you should be afraid. Nobody likes throwing away money, and neither do I, so when I buy an expensive steak, I do my research. So here are a few tips when cooking an expensive steak, okay? The first thing is, when you're putting salt on a steak, you should either do a dry brine. So what is a dry brine? Well, you put salt on a steak and you put it in the refrigerator for about 24 hours, or at least the night before. If you don't have the time, or if you just basically forgot to do it the night before, then put salt on it just right before you're cooking it. And always salt both sides of the steak. And you can also use pepper now or later. It depends on if you like it to be a little bit more toasty or a little bit more fresh. And don't forget, the steak needs to be dry when you're putting it on the frying pan, because the water is the enemy of the crust. And don't forget that the frying pan needs to be hot, but it doesn't need to be smoking hot like everybody's telling you. It just needs to be around 220 degrees to 280 degrees Celsius. One way to test it out is just put some water and see if the water will dance like you see right here. Then you need to use tallow. The best way to achieve a good crust and not burning the oil is actually use the steak's own fat when you're frying it. Then I'm the type of guy that usually only flip once. You can flip every 30 seconds, but I don't see the point of it. Just flip it once. Maybe if it's a 2 centimeter steak, then you can let it be for around 2 to 2.5 minutes before flipping it. Then you will achieve this amazing crust. And for the last minute, just add your butter, add your rosemary, your thyme, whatever you want to add to it to achieve, some more flavor, some more depth to the steak. Then just baste the steak for about a minute and a half. The steak should take about 5 to maximum 6 minutes, and you will achieve that perfect medium rare. And don't forget, this applies to a steak that is about 2 to 2.5 centimeters thick. If you have a thicker steak, it might take a little bit longer, or you can just reverse sear it and put it in the oven. Then let the steak rest for 7 to 10 minutes and you will achieve this amazing medium rare. I never miss. And if someone out there tells me that this is raw, then eat your baby back ribs, okay? This steak is not for you. You have put a lot of money and effort to this steak, then you should eat it the way it's intended to be eaten, like medium rare. If you want to add some more salt at the end, then do so. But for me, this one was just perfect. I mean, the flavor was amazing. Everything was just perfect.